I would always see people say, oh, she looks so unhappy and she never smiles and she never this and never that.
Hailey Bieber's image might be polished in public, but according to someone who worked right by her side, things behind the scenes were anything but pretty. A former stylist has just come forward, revealing what they claim was toxic behavior lurking beneath the surface. And it's got fans doing a double take. The fashion feud that shook the industry. If you've been anywhere near social media in the past few months, you've definitely caught wind of the major drama surrounding Hailey Bieber and her styling team. For those who might need a refresher, Hailey Bieber has become a major fashion icon over the past few years. From her street-style moments that break the internet to her glazed donut aesthetic that launched 1,000 TikTok trends, Mrs. Bieber has carefully crafted an image as the ultimate cool girl with impeccable taste. Her fashion evolution has been extensively documented by outlets like LUK, who've praised her ability to blend high fashion with casual elements to create looks that feel both aspirational and somewhat attainable. But as we all know, what we see on Instagram is often just the perfectly filtered tip of a very messy iceberg. And according to bombshell reports that have surfaced, the behind-the-scenes reality of Hailey's fashion world might be significantly less picture-perfect than her feed would suggest. The controversy first erupted when Von Ford, a stylist associated with Hailey's team, made headlines for publicly declaring, "I hate Selena Gomez" on Instagram in March 2023. According to the Irish Mirror, this comment immediately sparked massive backlash, with fans accusing him of deliberately fanning the flames of the already tense situation between Hailey and Justin Bieber's famous ex-girlfriend. Hailey Bieber's stylist sparked outrage after declaring that he hates Selena Gomez in a scathing Instagram post, reported the Mirror, highlighting just how quickly this seemingly small comment blew up into a major controversy. The timing couldn't have been more problematic, coming during a period when social media was already hyper-analyzing every interaction between the two women for signs of tension. What makes this situation particularly explosive isn't just the comment itself, but what it potentially reveals about the culture within Hailey's styling team. Fashion with industry insiders have suggested that Ford's willingness to publicly express such strong negative feelings about Selena might indicate that such sentiments are normalized or even encouraged within Hailey's circle. After all, most professional stylists would be extremely cautious about making controversial statements that could reflect poorly on their high-profile clients. When someone in a celebrity's professional circle makes a comment like that, it rarely happens in a vacuum, explained one fashion industry source who requested anonymity. It suggests a workplace culture where such sentiments are at least tolerated, if not actively shared. The Von Ford incident becomes even more intriguing when viewed alongside persistent allegations that Hailey has a pattern of copying other celebrities' styles, particularly those connected to Justin's past. Reddit threads and communities like R. Hailey Baldwin Snark have compiled extensive documentation of what users perceive as Hailey copying not just Selena's looks, but also other women linked to Justin, including Sabrina Carpenter. These Reddit posts feature side-by-side comparisons of outfits, accessories, and even poses that appear strikingly similar, often worn by Hailey shortly after they were seen on Selena or other women. Copying is actually a dangerous type of bullying, wrote one Reddit user, framing these alleged style similarities as part of a concerning behavioral pattern rather than innocent fashion inspiration. Of course, we should acknowledge that in fashion, inspiration and trends naturally lead to similarities in style. Not every matching outfit is evidence of copying. However, what makes these allegations noteworthy is the sheer volume of examples that fans have compiled, suggesting what some perceive as a pattern rather than coincidental overlap. The role of a celebrity stylist goes far beyond simply picking out cute outfits. These professionals are intimately involved in crafting a public image, understanding their clients' insecurities and strengths, and helping them navigate the complex world of fashion politics. According to Marie Claire's profile of Maeve Riley, Hailey's former stylist, this relationship requires immense trust and close collaboration. When styling celebrity clients like Hailey Bieber, it's about creating a cohesive image that aligns with their personal brand while pushing fashion boundaries, explained Riley in the Marie Claire interview. This insight highlights just how much influence a stylist has over their client's public perception, and conversely, influence a powerful client like Hailey might have over styling team's behavior. The fashion world has always been notoriously competitive and sometimes cutthroat, but Von Ford's public attack on Selena crossed a line that many industry professionals found shocking. On Quora, users debated the implications of his statement, with some questioning whether it reflected Hailey's own feelings or was an independent action. Either way, the incident damaged Hailey's carefully crafted image as someone who had moved beyond the Justin-Selena narrative. What's particularly fascinating about this controversy is how it connects to the broader evolution of Hailey's public image. Before marrying Justin, Hailey was primarily known as Stephen Baldwin's daughter and a model with moderate success. Her transformation into a style icon icon and beauty entrepreneur with her Rhode skincare line represented a significant elevation in status and public recognition. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Hailey's current stylist, Danny Michelle, has been instrumental in creating some of her most viral fashion moments, working with both Hailey and her friend Kendall Jenner to establish them as fashion trendsetters. This professional relationship appears to have been beneficial for both parties, with Michelle gaining prominence through her association with these high-profile clients. However, the Von Ford controversy raises questions about the broader culture within Hailey's team. Was this an isolated incident of one stylist going rogue, or indicative of a workplace where negativity towards Selena is normalized or even encouraged? The fact that Hailey did not publicly address or disavow Ford's comments led many fans to interpret her silence as tacit approval. On X, formerly Twitter, users like at Selena's defense connected Ford's comments to what they described as a pattern of harassment towards Selena from Hailey's circle. This post went viral, with thousands of fans expressing their disappointment in Hailey for allowing such behavior in her professional team. The hashtag #HoldHaileyAccountable briefly trended, with fans calling for her to take responsibility for her team's actions. What makes this situation particularly complex is that it came just months after Hailey had attempted to put the feud rumors to rest. In a September 2022 interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she addressed the rumors of tension with Selena, stating, "It's all respect, it's all love." The contrast between this public stance and the behavior of someone in her professional circle created what many perceived as a troubling disconnect. This apparent gap between public statements and behind-the-scenes reality has fueled speculation about authenticity in Hailey's camp. As one fashion insider noted, "In this industry, your team's behavior is a reflection of your own values and the workplace culture you create. When someone from your inner circle makes a comment like that publicly, it's difficult to claim it doesn't represent the private conversations happening behind closed doors." The situation becomes even more intriguing when we consider how meticulously celebrities like Hailey typically manage their public image. In an era of carefully curated social media feeds and strategically planned paparazzi moments, very little happens by accident. This level of control makes Von Ford's outburst all the more remarkable. It represents a rare crack in the perfectly polished facade. For Hailey, whose brand is built on a carefully cultivated image of cool girl authenticity, these revelations pose a significant challenge. Her Rhode skincare line, launched in June 2022, emphasizes minimalism, clean aesthetics, and natural beauty values that seem at odds with the drama and negativity suggested by the Von Ford incident. On Reddit's r pop culture chat, a post questioning Hailey's style garnered 2.4K votes, with comments ranging from supportive to highly critical. This demonstrates the polarized public perception of Hailey. She has dedicated fans who admire her fashion sense, but also faces significant skepticism about her authenticity and originality. One particularly telling observation came from a fashion journalist who noted, "The relationship between celebrities and their styling teams is symbiotic. Each influences the other. When toxic behavior emerges from one side, it inevitably affects the entire dynamic." Copycat culture and the price of fame. The internet loves a good side-by-side comparison, and when it comes to Hailey Bieber, there's no shortage of content. Fan accounts and Reddit threads have compiled extensive evidence of what they perceive as Hailey copying other celebrities' styles, with particular focus on women connected to Justin Bieber's past. "Hailey copying other women" reads one Reddit thread title, which goes on to claim that Hailey's recent victim was Sabrina Carpenter. The post alleges that this pattern extends beyond Selena Gomez to include other women who have been linked to Justin in various ways. While these claims remain fan speculation without official confirmation, the sheer volume of examples has raised eyebrows even among more neutral observers. The copycat allegations aren't limited to clothing choices. Eagle-eyed fans have pointed out similarities in hairstyles, makeup looks, accessories, and even photo poses and angles. In some cases, the outfits in question were worn by Hailey within days of appearing on Selena or other celebrities, leading to accusations that she or her team are actively monitoring these women's social media accounts for inspiration. In fashion, there's a fine line between inspiration and imitation, explained one industry veteran. Everyone draws inspiration from others, but when there's a pattern of similarities specifically targeting one person or a group of people connected by a common denominator, in this case, Justin Bieber, it raises questions about the intent behind those choices. What makes these accusations particularly compelling is how they tie into the broader narrative surrounding Hailey's relationship with Justin. Some Reddit users have speculated that Hailey's alleged style copying is part of a strategy to appeal appeal to Justin by emulating women he was previously attracted to. Comments like, "Hailey was lurking, waited for opportunity, rebound proposal after Selena dumped him," reflect a perception among some fans that Hailey's relationship with Justin, and by extension her fashion choices, are calculated rather than authentic. The role of stylists in this dynamic cannot be overstated. According to industry insiders, a client's styling team often conducts research on their client's partner's preferences and past relationships to inform their fashion choices. "It's not unusual for a celebrity stylist to study their client's partner's exes," explained one source. "Understanding what aesthetic they were drawn to in the past can inform current styling decisions, but there's a difference between being informed by that history and actively copying specific looks." This raises intriguing questions about the instructions Hailey might be giving her styling team. Are they explicitly directed to monitor Selena's fashion choices, either to avoid similar looks or, as some fans speculate, to deliberately emulate them? Von Ford's public animosity towards Selena suggests the team is at minimum aware of and engaged with the ongoing comparisons between the two women. Hailey's current stylist, Danny Michelle, has been credited with elevating her style and helping her achieve viral fashion moments. The Hollywood Reporter noted that Michelle's work with clients like Hailey and Kendall Jenner has been instrumental in creating some of social media's most copied looks. This suggests a positive professional relationship that has benefited both parties, but it doesn't erase the questions raised by Von Ford's behavior and the persistent copycat allegations. When examining Hailey's style evolution, it's striking how her aesthetic has shifted over time. According to LUK's Style File, Hailey has transformed from Justin Bieber's girlfriend to a distinct fashion icon, developing a signature look characterized by oversized blazers, crop tops, and statement accessories. Yet the persistent copycat accusations suggest she hasn't fully established her own identity, separate from comparisons to Selena and others in Justin's orbit. What's particularly fascinating about this situation is how it reflects the unique pressures facing celebrities in the social media age. In previous generations, fashion inspiration and influence operated at a much slower pace, with magazines and red carpet appearances serving as primary sources of style ideas. Today, with Instagram and TikTok allowing for instant dissemination of fashion moments, the line between inspiration and copying has become increasingly blurred. The speed at which fashion moves now means everyone is influenced by everyone else, noted one industry consultant. What used to take months, a look appearing on a runway, then in a magazine, then being adapted by celebrities, now happens in hours on social media. This creates a situation where accusations of copying are almost inevitable. However, the allegations against Hailey go beyond typical fashion inspiration cycles. Critics point to the specificity of the similarities and the consistent pattern of emulating women connected to Justin as evidence that something more deliberate is at play. This perspective gained additional credibility following Von Ford's public attack on Selena, which suggested a level of animosity that transcended normal fashion competition. The dynamics of Hailey's relationship with her styling team have also come under scrutiny. Typically, the client-stylist relationship is collaborative, with the stylist bringing expertise and the client providing direction on their preferred aesthetic. However, sources suggest that Hailey exercises unusual control over her styling, allegedly micromanaging every aspect from initial concept to final accessories. Working with certain celebrities can be challenging when there's an agenda beyond just looking good, confided one fashion industry source. When a client is hyper-focused on comparisons to specific other celebrities, it creates pressure on the styling team to constantly monitor what those people are wearing, almost like opposition research in politics. This environment, if accurately described, could explain why someone like Von Ford might feel emboldened to publicly express hatred for Selena, perhaps perceiving it as alignment with what he believed were Hailey's own feelings. The incident raises important questions about workplace culture and professional boundaries in celebrity styling teams. Maeve Riley, who previously worked extensively with Hailey, has not publicly commented on the Von Ford controversy or the copycat allegations. Her silence is notable given her significant role in establishing Hailey's fashion identity prior to the current drama. Industry observers suggest this silence may be due to professional courtesy or possibly non-disclosure agreements that are standard in celebrity styling contracts. The fallout from Von Ford's comments was swift and severe. The Mirror reported that fans accused him of unprofessional behavior and attempting to curry favor with Hailey by attacking Selena. Notably, Hailey did not publicly address or disavow Von Ford's statement, leading some to interpret her silence as tacit approval. This silence stands in stark contrast to Hailey's previous public statements about her relationship with Selena. In her September 2022 Call Her Daddy podcast interview, she addressed the rumors of tension, stating, "It's all respect, it's all love." The disconnect between this public stance of maturity and the behavior of someone in her professional circle created what many perceived as a credibility gap. The situation becomes even more complex when considering Hailey's carefully crafted public image. Since marrying Justin, she has worked diligently to establish herself as more than just Justin Bieber's wife, launching Rhode Skincare and positioning herself as a fashion authority in her own right. The Von Ford controversy threatened to undermine these efforts by refocusing public attention on the Justin-Selena narrative that she has been trying to transcend. On Quora, users debated whether Von Ford's comments were reflective of Hailey's own feelings or an independent action. While no definitive conclusion was reached, the incident clearly damaged Hailey's image as someone who had moved beyond the drama. As one respondent noted, whether or not Hailey shares these sentiments, having someone on your team express them publicly reflects poorly on your professional judgment. The controversy also sparked broader discussions about the responsibility celebrities bear for fostering positive workplace cultures. In an era of increased awareness about toxic work environments, the behavior of stylists and other team members can reflect significantly on the celebrities who employ them. As one ex-user pointed out, your team is an extension of you. Either you condone their behavior or you need to address it publicly. Despite these challenges, Hailey has continued to build her fashion influence. According to Vitcoach.com, her style is followed by millions of fans worldwide, suggesting a resilience to her brand image that has weathered the Von Ford controversy. Damage control and the future of Hailey's brand. First and foremost, let's acknowledge what's at stake here. Hailey Bieber isn't just a model or celebrity wife. She's built a genuine fashion and beauty empire over the past few years. Her Rhode Skincare line, launched in June 2022, has become a major player in the celebrity beauty space, with its glazed donut aesthetic perfectly aligned with Hailey's personal style. Add to this her numerous high-profile brand partnerships, modeling contracts, and position as a style influencer with millions of followers, and it's clear that her image is worth protecting at all costs. The Von Ford controversy represented a significant threat to this carefully cultivated brand image. By publicly declaring, "I hate Selena Gomez," a stylist associated with Hailey's team inadvertently reinforced the narrative that Hailey herself harbors negative feelings toward Justin's ex, exactly the perception she had been working to dispel through public statements about respect and maturity. The Irish Mirror's coverage of the incident highlighted just how quickly fans connected Von Ford's comments to Hailey herself, with many interpreting his words as a reflection of the attitudes prevalent in her inner circle. This association was damaging to Hailey's brand on multiple levels. It undermined her previous peacemaking efforts, suggested a lack of professionalism in her team, and reinforced the perception that she remains fixated on Selena despite years of marriage to Justin. In the face of this controversy, Hailey's approach to damage control has been notably subtle. Rather than directly addressing Von Ford's comments and potentially drawing more attention to the situation, she appears to have opted for a strategy of strategic silence, combined with positive content creation and subtle gestures of goodwill towards Selena. When a celebrity faces this kind of controversy, sometimes the best approach is to let it die down naturally rather than amplifying it through denial, explained one crisis management expert. Hailey seems to have calculated that directly addressing the Von Ford comments would only extend the news cycle and keep the story alive longer. This approach reflects a sophisticated understanding of modern reputation management, particularly in cases where direct confrontation might escalate rather than resolve a situation. By continuing to post aspirational content focused on Rhode, her relationship with Justin, and her fashion collaborations, Hailey attempted to shift the narrative away from controversy and back to her core brand identity. Perhaps the most interesting element of Hailey's damage control strategy has been her subtle attempts to signal peaceful coexistence with Selena without directly addressing the Von Ford incident. In January 2025, reports emerged that Hailey had liked posts related to Selena's work, suggesting a deliberate effort to counteract the impression of animosity created by Von Ford's comments. This approach builds on previous peacemaking gestures, such as Hailey and Selena posing together at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures Gala in October 2022. That photo opportunity was widely interpreted as an attempt to put feud rumors to rest, and Hailey's recent social media engagement with Selena's content appears designed to reinforce that message of detente. However, the effectiveness of these subtle gestures has been limited by the lack of direct accountability for Von Ford's comments. As one industry observer noted, when someone in your professional circle makes statements that directly contradict your public messaging, addressing it directly demonstrates leadership and authenticity. Strategic silence can sometimes be interpreted as tacit approval. The fallout from the Von Ford controversy has extended beyond social media criticism to impact Hailey's standing in the fashion industry. According to sources familiar with celebrity styling, some fashion houses became more hesitant to loan pieces to Hailey following the incident, concerned about association with controversy, and the perception that their designs might be used in perceived copying of other celebrities' looks. Fashion is a small world, and reputation matters enormously, explained one insider. Luxury brands are extremely protective of their image, and when there's a perception that someone is using fashion as a weapon in personal vendettas rather than as artistic expression, it raises red flags for potential collaborators. Despite these challenges, Hailey has maintained her relationship with current stylist Danny Michelle, who has been credited with creating some of her most viral fashion moments. This suggests that while the Von Ford controversy caused damage, it hasn't completely derailed Hailey's fashion relationships or her ability to secure high-profile styling talent. What's particularly fascinating about this situation is how it reflects broader changes in celebrity culture in the digital age. In previous eras, behind-the-scenes behavior remained largely hidden from public view, with celebrities able to maintain pristine images regardless of their private actions. Today, with social media connecting every aspect of the celebrity ecosystem, a single comment from a stylist can spark a major controversy and threaten a carefully built brand. Hailey's response to the controversy also highlights the challenges of navigating a public identity that was initially defined in relation to others. Despite her business success and fashion influence, she continues to be discussed in relation to Justin and Selena. The Von Ford incident reinforced this narrative, just as she was working to establish herself independently. There's a particular challenge for celebrities who became famous through their relationships, noted one celebrity brand strategist. The path to independent brand identity requires not just personal success, but also a complete separation from the drama that initially brought you public attention. The Von Ford incident essentially pulled Hailey back into the Justin-Selena narrative, just as she was breaking free from. Looking forward, industry experts have suggested several possible strategies for Hailey to fully recover from this controversy and strengthen her independent brand identity. 1. Explicit brand evolution. Some suggest that Hailey needs to more deliberately evolve her public image to emphasize her business acumen and fashion expertise, creating clear separation from the Justin-Selena narrative that continues to define her in the public imagination. 2. Strategic collaborations. Working with fashion figures known for originality and integrity could help counteract the copycat allegations and rebuild credibility in the fashion community. Partnerships with designers who emphasize authenticity and innovation would align with the brand values Hailey has attempted to project through Rhode. 3. Transparent leadership. Taking more visible responsibility for the culture within her team, including clear statements about professional standards and expectations, could help address concerns about the workplace environment suggested by the Von Ford incident. The effectiveness of these strategies will depend largely on Hailey's ability to maintain consistency between her public image and private behavior. As one fashion editor noted, style isn't just about the clothes you wear, but how you conduct yourself and the energy you bring to the industry. The most successful fashion icons understand that the full package matters. The story of Hailey Bieber's styling controversy ultimately transcends the specific details of Von Ford's comments or copycat allegations. It's a case study in the challenges of authenticity in the social media age, the complex dynamics of celebrity fashion, and the ongoing tension between aspirational imagery and behind-the-scenes reality. As Hailey continues to build her brand and navigate these challenges, her response will provide valuable insights into the evolving nature of celebrity influence and reputation management in our digital world. Thank you for watching. Click on any of the cards showing on your screen to watch similar content.